Adona, you've reached Life Alert, and I'm going to tell you how to predict, prevent, and take precautionary measures against this upcoming hurricane that you so fear. For you, all you need to do is find out the severity of your upcoming hurricane. If it is of low severity, all you need to do is board up your windows and hopefully stay safe. If it is very serious, such as a level 5 hurricane, then you should probably evacuate the area. Okay? Alright, now I'm going to tell you about the prediction and the prevention of these hurricanes. Scientists are using radar data sent in from satellites out in outer space to predict these hurricanes. They're doing this by seeing when a tropical storm is getting big enough to turn into a tropical cyclone, and then measuring the time it will take to get to the land. Prevention of these hurricanes, however, is much more difficult. A long time ago, scientists, meteorologists to be exact, began an operation called Operation Storm Fury. During this, they flew planes into hurricanes and dropped iodide, which is solid iodine, into these hurricanes to try to slow them down or stop them. This did not work and was ended many years later.
Thank you, Life Alert, but I'm still gonna lay here though.
Oh hey! Did you see that billboard over there?
Oh yeah.
15 minutes gets you 15% or more on car insurance with Geico.
Yeah.
Who knew?
Everybody knows that.
Well, does everybody know how hurricanes are formed? Does everybody know how hurricanes are formed? Because I will tell you how a hurricane is formed. A hurricane is formed in low-pressure areas over the ocean during the summer and early fall months. The source of energy is evaporated water vapor from the ocean. This water vapor evaporates and takes heat from the ocean as it evaporates, so the ocean gets cooler and the air around it gets warmer, and then it condenses into a giant cloud, creating a tropical storm, which begins to precipitate. And usually, this storm is stopped from getting any bigger from wind shear, which is a giant gust of wind that takes off the top of the storm that goes in the opposite direction that the storm is pointed or moving. But when in the cases where that is not, wind shear does not happen, then the tropical storm continues to grow and just gets bigger and bigger until it turns into a tropical cyclone. So this tropical cyclone there's a lot of high pressure air and there's tons of wind, and it's all really high pressure, it's all rising, and then in the middle, the eye of the hurricane, is the low pressure area where everything is sinking into there. That's why it's so calm there. And so this just keeps moving inward until it's a giant storm in the land, and that's how a hurricane is formed. Breaking news! We interrupt this Geico commercial to bring you this breaking news. Devastating tornadoes are taking over Texas. Anybody in that area has been strongly warned to either hide in a basement or at a storm shelter somewhere in your county. We're going to go live to Adona, who is at the scene in a storm shelter in Texas right now. Let's go!
Hello, I'm Adona. I am currently in an underground storm shelter in the midst of a tornado in Texas. These tornadoes are no joke. They are destroying everything in their path, from buildings to cars, and killing people. If I were you, I would strongly suggest staying indoors underground. They are taking debris and throwing them elsewhere. Now I'm sending you back to Raina in the studio.
And we're back. I have noticed on our question forums that many of you are very confused as to how these awful natural disasters form. Well, I'm pleased to inform you that we have an expert meteorologist, Julius Pepperwood, who is here and is going to explain to you. Okay, Julius, since you're here now, can you tell us how and why a tornado forms?
A tornado forms when a warm and a cold front mix together to create an occluded front. An occluded front carries extreme weather. After that, a cumulonimbus cloud forms, which is a dark cloud with great electricity that also happens in thunderstorms. Thunderstorms' rain create updrafts and downdrafts, which are up and downward air currents. The tornadoes carry up to 400 kilometers per hour winds. These winds are horizontal on the ground, and the ground below is warmer than the air above.
Wow, Julian, that was very interesting, but I'm sure it was very unnerving for our viewers at home who live in the tornado alley. Can you tell them how we can predict these awful storms so that they can get out of the area before it ravages their entire city?
Tornadoes are predicted by meteorologists like me. We look at wind speed, past tornadic behaviors, direction, and temperature. Tornadoes cannot be prevented, so once you hear the warning outside, please take shelter.
A hurricane hit our town last week. My entire house was flooded, and my neighbors' houses were messed up too.
A big hurricane came in and uprooted a tree that fell on my house!
A level 3 hurricane came in and just wiped out my mobile home. I'm stranded here, nothing to do. I had family, and now what am I going to do? I can't visit them anymore. I would usually take my mobile home with me, and now I'm absolutely stuck here. How am I going to come up with all this debt? I'm down with millions.
All safe.
Are you in good hands?